My name is Raymond Sims.
Okay.
I've been in this area roughly 20 years.
Okay.
And I enjoy sports. I participated in sports all my life.
Okay.
You know, track and field, bass fishing, golfing, 3-on-3 basketball, and the Senior Olympics. I did that 10 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And we won the gold medal on the state level, and I played on the national level like 6 times. So
okay,
those were some big achievements for me. So actually, when I found out about pickleball, it's so addictive. I actually just stopped playing basketball. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
You stopped playing basketball to play pickleball? I stopped
playing basketball, and I've been playing pickleball roughly 3 years.
Okay.
And actually, I love the game so much. I'm an ambassador for pickleball.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I travel from place to place. Like right here, we're trying to bring pickleball into the First Baptist Church here in Jonesboro.
Right.
And,
right.
Once we get the program up and running here, then we'll move somewhere else. So
okay.
That's pretty much what pickleball is all about for me.
That's great.
Yeah. I guess I'll play pickleball the rest of my life.
Wow. You're a great athlete,
man.
Yeah,
because at my age, man, I'm 70 years old.
You 70 years old?
Yeah, so.
Man, I'll probably be in heaven by the time I'm 7 years old.
Yeah, I'm 70, so I feel like I've been blessed.
Oh, that's great.
My wife and myself, we've been married 50 years. We celebrated our 50th-year anniversary last year down in a place called Amelia Island.
Right.
So we renewed our vows on the beach.
Oh man!
Because really, when you really think about it,
yes, sir.
Only 5% of the married people reach 50 years. If you look at the stats, that's something.
Okay.
A man told me this when I first got married. He said, "Look, you're gonna have some ups and you're gonna have some downs, but if you love each other, there's nothing love can't conquer."
Come on.
If you love each other,
that's good.
You can overcome it. See, God is good, and see, the way He works, His time is not our time.
That's right.
And a lot of times we become impatient. You know, we saying, okay, we want this to happen now.
Yeah.
But it may not be time for it to happen right now.
Yes, sir. I like to ask everybody this question, even though, man, I know you got church background, but eternity is such a long time to be wrong. 178,000 people die every single 24 hours. I just looked up that statistic. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
No, I'm not familiar with that statistic.
So every minute, 120 people die every minute around the world collectively. And so we all gonna have our expiration date.
Yes, sir.
I had a cousin that I talked to on Friday, and he was dead in 24 hours. He died of cancer. So I'm really passionate about the question I'm gonna ask you. If you were to stand before God tonight, I hope you live to be 200.
Yes, sir.
But if you were to stand before God tonight, why do you think He'll let you in?
Well, the reason I think He would let me in,
yes, sir,
because I've asked. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're all born in sin.
Yes, sir.
I've asked for forgiveness, and also I've been saved. So I'm not perfect, okay?
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
I try to do the best I can.
Right.
So I believe Jesus died for my sin.
That's great.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And not only that, we instill that into our kids and our grandkids, because you have to pass that. You have to pass it on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I stood before God tonight, then my dream and my wish is that He would just say, "Well done."
Yeah.
You've been faithful. So that's great. That's my stand, and I'm sticking with it.
I heard that.
Yes, sir.
So I'll give you one illustration before we close. Let's just say me and you go on a camping trip. I tell you, Mr. Sims, there's a lake that I don't want you to go on. Please don't go on that lake. The next day we get up, we're gonna go to many different lakes, but that one is a dangerous lake. Don't go on the lake. Probably the next question you're gonna ask me, well, why can't I go on that lake? And I say, well, there's crocodiles on the lake. You look at the lake and you seem like it's just fine on the outside. Well, you wait till I take a nap and you can go home and go down to the lake. And so you're looking around and you don't see any danger. So what you do is you jump in the middle of the lake. and you just having fun, ignoring and thinking I was just trying to keep you from having fun. So all of a sudden, these two crocodiles come up out of the lake, coming towards you. You can't swim fast enough. If you get so shocked, you pass out and you go into the water. Well, what probably happened?
Well, first of all, to put myself in that environment,
Right.
I was hard-headed, number one.
Yep.
I didn't listen.
Yep.
Because that's how I ended up in that predicament.
That's right.
Because the information that was given to me,
You ignored.
I ignored it, and
Yep.
put me in a bad position.
And see, that's my point. Like in life, God gives us different warnings, but to us, it almost seems like He's trying to keep us from having fun. But I'll finish the scenario. You pass out and you go into the water. You probably thought it was over for you.
Yeah.
But a few minutes later, you wake up on the side of the lake, and there's blood all on you, and you're trying to figure out where did this blood come from? Because you don't have any cuts, you don't have any bite marks, but you start surveying, trying to figure out where did this blood come from, and how did I get out of the lake? And you see my body has been ripped from limb to limb. You draw the conclusion that like I saved you. I saved you.
Yeah.
There's no way you want to get back up, take a shower, and get back on the middle of the lake after what I did for you.
No.
If you could get back on the middle of that lake after what I've been through for you, you didn't appreciate, you didn't accept what I did. You didn't accept the grace that I showed you by jumping in that lake and saving you. Well, the thing you would do, you'll probably stand up and not go towards the lake again. You'll want to stay away from the lake. You'll go into the town. You'll tell people, you're not going to believe it, in my disobedience, Pastor T jumped in that lake and I saved you.
Yeah.
Well, this is the same thing that in some sense that God did for us. If we have truly been saved, we're not going to go towards the very thing, sin, that put His Son on the cross. We're going to go the opposite direction. And we'll be telling people of the story of how good God has been to us, right? And so I'm always encouraging people that do follow Jesus.
Yeah.
If you have been saved, make sure any opportunity you have a chance to tell people about how good He's been to you, man, go share it with the world.
I think that's a nice way to put it, because the part where you was talking about the lake, when I woke, how the alligators
right.
kill, you had already warned me.
Okay.
And then when I look at the whole situation,
yes, sir,
it's almost like the situation with Jesus Christ. He gave His life for us.
That's right.
That's what I see.
That's exactly right.
He died for us.
That's right.
And with that sacrifice, then we'll always be indebted to Him. So,
right. And we need to go tell as many people as we can.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to hook up one day, I like to train people on how to share the message, because I've been so impacted by it. I was like, man, everybody should get this message. There's no way that. Have you ever ate something with somebody, had a meal with somebody, or you cooked it yourself and you really enjoyed this meal? And if you just ate it by yourself, it's good. But when you see other people enjoy the same meal you prepare, it's so much better. It's so much better.
You know what?
Yes,
Based on what you just said,
yes, sir,
I really don't like to eat by myself. The food is so much better when I can eat it with another person.
Exactly.
I call it breaking bread.
That's right.
Yeah.
And think about the same Jesus. If you've enjoyed Jesus, we need to break bread with as many people as we can and tell them about this.
Yeah.
And that actually helps you enjoy Jesus more when somebody else enjoys Jesus. So who you are, you should almost use pickleball as a way to draw people in so you can tell them about the Savior.
Yeah, well,
eat the same meal.
Well, that's what I'm looking at now, because see, really, I'm gonna tell you.
Yes, sir.
I started teaching pickleball back in June.
That's right.
And like right now,
okay,
I have like 60, 65 members in my group.
That's right.
But the way things going now, everything is just busting the loose. And I'm thinking now, how come all these folks come in, seem like they should be being drawn
towards you?
And they always looked at me like, well, he looked like he looked like he's a leader, so
that's right.
We'll just follow him.
Well, think about this. If let's just say you help people enjoy pickleball, but you never help people get into heaven, with the most important message in the world. We've just actually made people a better life for them to go to hell in. Let me close with this last illustration. Just imagine you get on a bridge. Under that bridge is shark-infested waters, and you get it to speeding on this bridge, and the police pulls you over, and he taps on your glass. He says, "Hey, do you know you were speeding?" I said, "Man, I'm just trying to get off this bridge because I'm terrified of these shark-infested waters. I know nothing is going to happen, but I need to get off this bridge, police officer." Well, he pulls out a $100 bill. He gives you a $100 bill. He says, "Have a nice day." And you keep speeding again. You get pulled over the second time. Police officer taps on your glass and says, "Hey, did you know you were speeding?" He said, "Man, I'm just really trying to get off this bridge. I'm terrified of this shark-infested water." He pulls out another $100 bill.
Oh, man.
Right? You get pulled over a third time, same scenario happens. Now you're speeding off this bridge because you think if you get pulled over again, you're going to get some more money. But all of a sudden, the bridge, you found out that 2 or 3 cars has went off the bridge just because the bridge is out, and they are going into these shark-infested waters. And it's too late for you. You go right into them shark-infested waters, and you try to get out and swim to safety, and you know what happens? The sharks devour you. But let me tell you the worst part about that story. The worst part about that story is not that you were eaten by sharks. The worst part about that story is that those 3 police officers, they knew the bridge was out. They just made your ride a better place for you to die a gruesome death in. You know what I mean when I'm saying that? Is that oftentimes, us as Christians, we are very nice to people. We want people to have comfortable, but we never really tell people that hell is real, and that if you don't give your life to Jesus, you're going there. We just make people's lives a better place for them to die and go to hell in. If we don't give them Jesus and we give them everything else, what have we done as believers?
I understand what you're saying. Now that makes a lot of sense right there, and you're right. We go so far, but we don't go far enough.
That's it.
We stop before we get to the finish. We stop before we get to the line, the finish line.
Because we don't want to offend them. Well, here's the deal. If we don't offend them now, they're going to be offended in hell for all eternity. Anything else you want to say before we close?
I enjoyed the interview, and I'm looking forward to talking to you on down the road.